Hello everyone and welcome to the part 2 video of the types of analogy for English 7 in the first quarter. Are you guys ready? Great! Now let's us listen and stay focused as we finish the part 2 of this video. Okay, as you know, that analogy is the comparison of two ideas. When we compare things, we usually look at what is similar, what is an association, or what is the relationship of these two ideas. Previously, in the previous video, you have 7 parts or 7 types. Now we're going to finish the last 6 types of the kinds or types of analogy. Let's now start. Okay, we have here cause and effect. When we say cause, it is the reason for something to happen. And that thing which will happen or the event is what we call effect. So cause and effect involves a noun or a verb that leads to the other word. Let's go to the example. Rain, when there is rain, rain is to umbrella. When there is rain, we have to make sure we use an umbrella to keep us safe from the cold. Rain is to umbrella as hungry is to eat. Of course, when we are hungry, we would eat. Because we're starving, we need to fill our aching or we need to fill our hungry stomachs or tummies. This is the cause and this is the effect. Let's go. Fatigue is to yawning as itching is to blank. When we say we are fatigued, it's the extreme of being tired. Fatigue is super duper tired. And so if we are too tired, if we are fatigued, we keep on yawning. And that's the time we go to sleep and rest. But if a part of our body, our arms, maybe our hands are itching, what do? We of course try to scratch that itchy part of our body. So when there's an itch, we scratch. Therefore, the answer to this blank is itching is to scratching. Let's go to the next type. Part to whole. Part to whole is also one of the most common analogies that you can find in the world or we do every day. Part to whole are pairs that show the first word as part of the second word. You have the first word here and then the second word. An example, student is to class as leaf is to tree. A student indeed is part of a class. Like you here right now, you are part of the English class that is inclusive of all the students enrolled under the grade 7 Rizal class. On the other hand, a leaf or similarly, a leaf is a part of a tree. When we look at trees, we see leaves. A leaf is a part of a tree. Finger is to blank as spoke is to wheel. Have you seen a spoke? Here you can find actually a spoke. That's small. Who here, by the way, rides bikes? Especially during the weekends. Okay, some of you do know how to ride a bike. I know as well, but it took me a long time to master how to bike. I think I was already grade 6. Yeah, I think it was grade 5 or grade 6 when I first learned how to bike. Some of you maybe already learned how to bike at grade 4 or even grade 3. Good for you. So the spoke of a wheel is that in the middle. That's the spoke of the wheel. It's a part of the wheel. A finger then is a part of our hand. That's just one part of the whole hand, the finger. Okay, are there questions for cause and effect and part to whole? I guess not. Let's move on. Next, you have location. Location matches an object to an appropriate place. An example would be, fish is to sea as goat is to farm. We usually see fish in the sea. Maybe in the aquarium for some. Then we also see goats at a farm. Have you seen a goat in real life? Raise the hands of those who have seen a goat in real life. Okay, I see you. So, that is an example of analogy. Let's look and try to answer the item here. Human is to house as birds is to blank. A human lives in a house. Where are you right now? You are at your respective houses. But when we say birds, where do birds live? Most birds live on top of, trees or mga punong kahoy. That's why our answer here is tree. I hope location is clear. So shall we go to the next type? We have action and object. It involves the usage of an object. It's also similar to the knife is to cut, no? Earlier. But let's see. We have egg is to cook. Okay, the egg is for cooking so we can eat the egg. And the ball is used to shoot. Okay? Let's see the example here. Dribble is to basketball as blank is to kite. What do you think is the answer to complete our analogy? All right. The answer is fly. Have you tried flying a kite? Do you know how to fly a kite, especially when the winds are strong in the afternoon? Wow, what an experience! I'm sure you have tried that at least once in your life. To be honest, I have never flown a kite before. That is one of my dreams before I leave this earth, to be able to fly a kite. Good for you that you have. Let's go to the last two. We have degree. Can we say it together? 3, 2, 1. Degree. This shows greater or lesser extent or intensity. Let's go to an example here. We have chuckle is to laugh as whimper is to cry. A chuckle is when you try to stop yourself from laughing, like something like that. But when you see something really ridiculous or funny, you laugh with so much gusto and you laugh out loud. Chuckle is that small laughter, while laugh is big something. Okay? Similarly, you can say a whimper. If you have puppies at home and they are hungry, they will whimper first before, and then if you don't feed them or the mother does not feed them, they will cry and be so loud. A whimper is prior to crying. That is This example rather shows greater intensity, from less to greater. Let's go to this example here. Hot is to boiling, as cool is to what? What's a greater intensity for cool? Since boiling here is the greater intensity as to hot. Cool is freezing. Have you experienced freezing temperatures? When it's raining, it can be freezing, but it's more freezing when you experience snow. I have not experienced snow in my life. Someday, we will experience snow when we go to places where there is snow, like Canada, Japan, or the United States of America. Someday. Last but definitely not least would be classification. Please repeat after me. Classification. Great! Classification compares words according to their category. We have jazz as to music, as ballet is to dance. Jazz is a genre of music, as ballet is an example of genre of dance. What other music do you know? We have alternative, we have rock and roll, we also have ballads. What about dances? What dances do you know? We have hip-hop, contemporary, modern dance, and our very own Filipino traditional dances. Let's see and try to answer this blank item in this example. Peaches is to fruit, as blank is to vegetable. Great! The answer here is an example of a vegetable. What's your favorite example of vegetable? Or what is your favorite vegetable? Do you have a favorite vegetable? Okay, you can put here bitter gourd, Gourd, or the very well-known ampalaya. I love ampalaya. I do not like okra, but I'm sure some of you love okra. What other vegetable can we put? Okay, kalabasa or squash and other vegetables. Now that you have learned the other 6 types of analogy, can you enumerate them? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, which is? Okay, very good. If you do not remember though, you can go to your modules, go to the CLE, or repeat this video again and again until you get them all right. Now it's time for a short quiz. Number 1, honesty is to trust, as spin is to blank. Okay. When we are honest, we build trust. That's why it's important for parents, your parents, to be honest with you and you to be honest with your parents so that you build a trust in your family. This is an example of a cause and effect. So, when you spin, what happens to you? What is the effect of spinning? Spinning means magtuyok-tuyok ka. Yeah, the answer is spinning or spin makes you dizzy. Okay, now let's go to number 2. Letter is to blank, as gin is to BTS. Okay, shout out to all the BTS army out there. Jin is a part of that boy band BTS. What then is a letter? a letter is part of a or the part of the alphabet. Good job. Or a letter can also be, the ABCs can also be part of a word. So you can have more answers or other answers to complete this analogy so long as it makes sense. Number 3, this deals with location. An English person is from England. I'm not English, ha? I am a Filipino because I was born in the Philippines. It's just that I teach English. But I have been to England in 2018. Yes. Someday, we will all go to England at our own time and whenever, on our own time. Okay, number 4. Print is to printer as call. This is not caller. Okay. A printer prints. What do we use for calling? Your very own mobile phones or cell phones or even telephones. Those things are used, or gadgets are used for calling. And last 2 items. Big is blank as good is to excellent. It's good and then there is excellent. What is a greater intensity than big? There are so many words out there you can have. Yes, huge. Good job. Okay, humongous or gigantic. That is the greater intensity than big. And last but not the least item, Star Wars. I'm not sure if you know this, but I hope you do. Star Wars is to movie as blank is to anime. Oh, I know you know so much anime. Where does anime come from, by the way, if you are really an anime fan? Okay, they originate in Japan. What are anime examples that you know? Okay, what else? Right, what else? Oh, do you know Sailor Moon? Do you know Dragon Ball Z? Those are the animes during our time. We would immediately run home from school because animes start at 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And so from school, we had to run straight home to watch anime in the late afternoons. So these are examples of analogy. Again, analogy helps us make sense of the world and develops our critical thinking skills. Thank you for watching the last part of this topic, analogy. Thank you so much and see you in class. Goodbye.